So here's the problem. This is the mounting plate for the sonar that goes on the back of the boat. And my boat, it's loose and it's moving around. So it looks like we've got about a, oh, what is that, 10 millimeter or so. And we're going to take this out back, see if we can't tighten it up. So there's the problem. How do we get down to the transducer mount to tighten it up? Right now I can't reach it. So we're going to pull the boat farther forward into the slip and see if I can crawl under there. Well, now that I've got the sonar fixed, at least the transducer, I thought I'd set up my Lowrance the way I wanted it. So we're going to power this thing up and see if we can't get this thing looking the way we want it to look. Okay, this is pretty much a standard Lowrance setup where you have your GPS chart plotter on the left and your basic sonar on the right. But this has got a lot more capability than that. So let's see what we can do about setting up something new and fresh. All right, first thing we're going to do is come down here to where it says custom. We're going to add, and we're going to start dragging over here. There's our first one, and we'll add that, and I think we'll add a down scan. All right, I don't really like that setup. And we're going to add a side scan as well. So we go over here and you notice there's this setup here, and boy, doesn't that look pretty. So we're going to take that, save that. Now this brings it up, and we have our three main issues here. We've across chart plotter, regular sonar, a down scan, and side scan. And what I think we'll do here is let's go in and edit the split. So we're going to adjust splits, and I'm going to pull this down a little bit, get a little bit more real estate there. Okay, I think that's good. We could take this and pull that over a little bit, pull that over a little bit, give us a little bit more room in our chart plotter, hit save, and now we're good. Next thing we want to do is edit, add in things like water temperature, depth, etc. So let's go ahead and let's see here, edit the overlay, edit overlay, okay, and add. All right, so under GPS, course over ground, that's what we want. That'll tell us our not course, sorry, I want speed over ground. That'll tell us actually how fast we're going. Okay, then we're going to come down here to sonar, and we want this to read the depth. Okay, and let's see, water temperature is good to have. Okay, and we definitely going to want to have our time. And we'll just hit time. Okay, I think that's all we're going to need for right now. And so now we see we have these things stacked up here over here in the corner. Let's take our depth, and we're going to, in this mode up here, we can move it. So select depth. There we go. And let's drop our depth, put it over here. Then we're going to come back to configure. And with my bad eyes, let's make it at least medium. We'll go back. Here it says bezel. That'll give it a black background. And that way, we'll actually get a chance to know what our depth is at all times. Water temp is really, really, really important for fishing. So let's take our water temp, drag it over here. We're just going to do the same thing to that. We'll make it medium and go back and add. I like adding the bezel. That gives me the contrast I like to see. This is at the top of the water column. No one's going to really be looking up there very much. We're down in this zone for most of our what we're looking for. Now we have two more things. We have our speed over ground and time. So let's take our speed over ground. Let's leave it where it's at. And again, make it medium. Whoops, not large, medium. Back, put a bezel on it. Great. Now, last thing we do is have time. And, you know, this is one of those things where it's a personal thing. I'm going to put it down here in the corner. That's just to keep me, this actually have to go probably large to be able to see it. Yeah, let's take the time and drag it over here. There we go. So now we have our speed over ground, our depth, a water temperature, and down here, of course, we have our time that we can get to that really quick. Go back, and we are going to save all this. And now we are set up and ready to go. Now, each of the different things like sonar, you know, the recommendation on freshwater, keep it in the auto range mode. Sensitivity, typically we do the sensitivity and we make that auto. Okay, that's what's recommended. I like the white color on that, and we'll go over here to the blue. Again, you can select different colors. Again, I like the blue there, so I'm going to take that blue. Man, ooh, that brighter blue is actually very pretty. Maybe I'll go with that one. Okay, and go back. Again, auto contrast, auto depth. All right, and fish reveal options. Again, they have some recommendations in the manual, and you just keep going through each of the different areas. And for me, my lakes are relatively shallow, so a 50-foot wide side scan is probably a reasonable side scan. To try to go beyond that could be a bit of an issue. We can try and make it, 60 feet, but when you're in shallow water, that's going to be a little bit harder. Okay, back, and we are good to go. We are good to go.